Hello, my fellow YouTubers. It is once again me, the King of BC. For newcomers, I will ask you to subscribe later on. But for right now, I'm gonna do a 3 video on Stan Smith of American Dad. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed that Stan spends huge amounts of time away from work and at home? I guess you have, if you have seen American Dad. If this is your first time looking at American Dad, well, all I can tell you is get ready, because we're about to go on a wild ride. I'm being serious. This show is wild. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the fact that Stan Smith, the so-called federal agent / CIA agent, for some odd reason, doesn't really seem like an actual CIA agent or a federal agent. What evidence do I have? The first evidence is Stan is an idiot. He's an absolute moron. He does all this stupid stuff. In fact, some of this stuff is actually stupid enough to get him fired. Yet for some odd reason, his boss, Avery Bullock, just decides to, I don't know, not fire him for some odd reason. I never understood that. I never understood it at all. I never understood it at all. Also, Stan had been working for the CIA for a very long time. It's somewhere between 20 and 30. But yeah, he's been working at the CIA for a very long time, and for some odd reason, he never gets a raise. Can you believe that? Stan has been working in the CIA for a very long time, yet he never gets a pay raise. He never gets more money. It doesn't make sense. Yet he's able to afford all this crazy stuff, even though he doesn't get a whole lot of money. I mean, obviously Stan saves, but still. He's been working in the CIA for a very long time, and he doesn't get a pay raise. He's an idiot, and sometimes does stuff that could possibly get him fired. Oh yeah, and for some odd reason, whenever he spends a huge amount of time at work, his boss never notifies him of this. In fact, for some reason, Deputy Director Bullock, or Avery Bullock, if you want to use his full name, never calls his house and notifies him that he's late for work, or that he's not in work, that he's not working for some odd reason. Heck, he doesn't even call to yell at him to say stuff like, if you don't come into work right now, then you're fired, or to ask him if he's taking a sick day. It's kind of weird. And my theory is that Stan... Oh wait, hang on. I have one more piece of evidence that Stan isn't a real CIA agent. Now, a lot of the agents at the CIA are very busy. They're always on missions. They're always working. Stan's co-workers are constantly working, while Stan himself is barely doing any of the work. There are some episodes where Stan actually complains that he doesn't get enough work, or that he doesn't get any good missions, because for some reason his boss keeps passing him off. Well, maybe he keeps passing him off because he's a complete idiot. So, obviously Stan tries to buddy up with him to make him think that he's not incompetent, that he's not less of an agent. So this gives him all sorts of time to butter him up, or play buddy with him. However you want to say it. Anyway, Stan spends so much time with Bullock in some episodes. In fact, sometimes they might even say that they're friends. Yes, I'm actually surprised to say this, but sometimes Stan and Avery Bullock are considered friends. Now, this is strange, because why would you want to be friends with your boss? Of all people, why would you want to be friends with your boss? Wouldn't that be awkward? I know it would. I could never do that. I just couldn't. It'd just be too awkward. I mean, what were we talking about? The weather? Sports? I don't think so. Anyways, sometimes it seems like Stan and Avery are friends. when that's clearly not the case.
Hey Reggie, so you just get back?
Or maybe it is, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Anyways, that's pretty much all the evidence I have. Stan spends huge amounts of time away from working at home and doesn't even get notified about this. He never really gets paid, even though he's been working in the CIA for a very long time. He's an incompetent agent. Sometimes he does stupid things that could possibly get him fired. And for some odd reason, him and Bullock are kind of best friends. None of this adds up. No normal agent would do this. So, that is my theory. Stan Smith isn't a real, or in this case, a very important CIA agent. He's a lesser CIA agent. And in one of the episodes, he actually finds this out. There's actually a clue to this. Well, actually, he doesn't find it out specifically. Anyways, there's a clue to the fact that Stan isn't a very popular agent. That he's not a very good agent. Plus, in most of the episodes, whenever he's at work, a lot of strange things seem to happen. Mainly regarding his boss and some of his co-workers. It's very weird. And so, yeah, that's my theory. Stan Smith is not a real CIA agent. And again, by real, I mean not very important. He's not very popular. He doesn't do a lot of work. And that's because he's an idiot. And he never gets a raise. Yeah, he never gets a raise. Anyways, as I was saying, Stan's an idiot. He never gets a raise. He spends huge amounts of time at home instead of work. And for some reason, he never gets notified of this, or he never gets threatened to be fired. And he's always trying to be best friends with his boss in some episodes. Even though in this one episode, there was this time when Bullock banged his daughter, Haley Smith. I know, it's very weird. Stan actually ended up beating him up at the near end of the episode. To be honest, Stan actually probably could have gotten fired for that. But he didn't. Because Avery thought he was gonna kill him, and Dusty was afraid of him, so he decided not to he decided not to fire him. Anyways, that's what this video is about. Well, was about. It's almost over now. All I can do now is tell you to like, comment, and subscribe.
Steve, oh my God! Who did this to you?
It was not Dad.
Okay.
Also, I should probably tell you that Stan has a bit of a habit of bullying his kids. I'm probably gonna be doing another one of these conspiracy theories, or in this case, cartoon conspiracy theories. But the next one's probably gonna be about Roger Smith, Roger the Alien Smith. Yeah, that's his full name, Roger the Alien Smith. It's a weird name, but it's his. Anyways.